Yo, what is up, everybody? Your boy E-Man from the Average Joe Sports Talk Podcast coming at you with another episode. Gotta bring the heat. Day 2 NBA free agent signing is in full effect. Again, yesterday I gave you my day 1 takeaways from my end, which I thought they were the most impactful. Going on day 2, it's right now 7:42 p.m. It's been full almost 24 hours since yesterday. And I want to go ahead and break down the trades and the moves and signings that made the most impact today and the most noise. So without further ado, let's get busy. The Celtics, another huge trade. This is huge. This is huge for the Celtics. This actually puts them in contention again. And to me, one of the favorites to get back to the NBA Finals. The Celtics acquire Malcom Brogdon, okay, from the Pacers. Huge freaking trade. This is huge, all right? They gave up Aaron Nesmith, Daniel Theus, Nick Stauskas, Malik Fitz, Juwan Morgan, and a 2023 first-round pick. Honestly, great deal. Steal right here. This is a steal freaking of the free agency so far. This trade right here has been phenomenal. All right, this is a huge piece for the Boston Celtics. Brogdon is a leader on the court. This guy has ice water is running through his veins. This kid is amazing. I like Brogdon. I mean, he's going to give you 19, 20 a game. He could score 20 a game easy, averaging for the season. All right. And also, the man can shoot that three. Fearless. Great leadership ability right here, which is what they lacked in the NBA Finals against the Golden State Warriors. This guy right here would have been the difference in that series. Huge pickup. Huge trade for the Boston Celtics. This is my A+ trade so far in the first 2 days of free agency. Right here, Malcom Brogdon going to the Celtics. Pretty good. Another news, Zach LaVine agrees to a 5-year extension, max contract. We knew he was going to stay. That's where he's going to get the most money. He's been good in Chicago. I mean, we know that he's a 30-point a game scorer, 5 years. He's another clutch sport guy. Man, clutch sport is making a lot of money because there's a lot of these young cats. So therefore, I mean, look, LaVine Chicago needed to sign LaVine. He's not the face of the franchise. Him and whatchamacallit, I can't remember who used to play for the Spurs and also the Raptors right now. But you got two guys that are fairly still young, especially he's in his 30s, like 31 or 32, I think. But, you had to lock him down. No big news here. This is kind of like a wash. You had to sack LaVine to a max contract. Here's another great addition, right? We have John Wall, who decided to opt out and go into free agency. And let me tell you something. He agreed to a 2-year contract with the Clippers at a very cheap $13.2 million. Now, we know that John Wall has been a hit or miss in the last few years because of injuries. I'm going to tell you this right now. This is a very low-risk, high reward type of gamble here by the Clippers. You have to do this. If this is available, look, if he bums out again and barely plays because he gets hurt again, it only costs you what, $6.5 million for the year. And you got a potential individual that is a former All-Star. I can go in, maybe not the John Wall of the past, but this dude right here can be your starting point guard and get you 18 points a game. All right, great passing ability. This guy used to be one of the best point guards in the league before he got hurt. Very low risk, but very high reward because you're not spending a lot of money to get a All-Star caliber player right here. I think it was a huge signing right here. I'm telling you, Wall will receive roughly about $41 million after the buyout. So he's scheduled to make $47 this coming off season, which is his last of his 4-year contract. So look, it's not hurting. And in 40 games with Houston, he averaged 20.6 points per game, 6.8 rebounds in 2021. All right, out of the previous before he had his torn Achilles tendon. Now look, that's the kicker, but you're only paying, $16 million. What is it? We're paying $13.2 million for 2 years. Listen, if this guy gets you 15 points a game, he could get you 18. But if he gets you 15 points a game, 5 assists, 6 rebounds, that kind of stuff, you got yourself a starting point guard that's gonna influence productivity. That's gonna get you some productivity. And I think this is a very, very low risk, high reward situation. Good job to the Clippers, man. All right. I mean, hey, Clippers are gonna have a lot of people coming back next year, man. I mean, a healthy Kawhi, John Wall. I mean, they're gonna try to contend in the West. Another great signing, which Jusuf Nurkic agrees to a 4-year deal extension with Portland. 70 mil, you have to lock this guy up, all right? You just locked up Anthony Simmons. Nurkic is a very, very solid piece in this offense, and it just puts in place bargaining chips here and attraction pieces here for Kevin Durant. Remember what I told you, man? Damian Lillard, this is the dark horse for Kevin Durant right here. I know Kevin Durant's top landing spots and choices would be either Miami or Houston or Phoenix, but hey, Anthony Simmons, Nurkic, big game, Dame, you know what I'm saying? Kevin Durant fits right in. All right. So honestly, Nurkic's 15 points per game last season in 56 games, 11 boards, double at 70 mil. Dude, this is the guy that should, this is the center that the Timberwolves should have traded for instead of like Rudy Gobert. I still don't get that. I'm sorry. I'm going to get off that. Great signing, keeping Jusuf Nurkic for the Trailblazers. All right, next we have right here. Ja Morant last night late signed his extension, signing a 5-year extension for the rookie max, which is $231 million. You gotta pay Ja. You gotta pay Ja Morant, man. Ja Morant is a new thing, is a new it. He's exciting. All right, he took your team all the way to the playoffs and gave the Warriors battled in the playoffs in the second round. So it was all Ja Morant. As soon as Ja Morant went hurt, man, this team didn't do jack. Ja Morant, 231, you have to pay him. Interesting news with Miles Bridges after getting arrested with felony charges. We don't know what's going to happen there, so you have to secure Ja Morant. In addition, Zion Williams is steering a 5-year, $231 million rookie maximum extension. I love Zion Williams, all right? Whether he's worth the 231, this is one of those things that, again, remember what I said yesterday, is supply and demand in this NBA free agency. There's not a lot of superstars, and these rookies are signing quick. Talent, he's worth the money. Availability, he's not. All right, he's out. He's only played like one season. He's been in the league now for 3 years and played not even a full season once. His rookie year was out most of the season. Had about 60 games, I think. I don't have the stats in front of me in this year 2, and then last year he didn't play at all. So we're gonna see. I mean, you have to lock him up because it's Zion Williamson, man. He's the face of the franchise right now. And for Zion, he needed to stay with the Pelicans. It doesn't matter how many rumors were out there saying that he wasn't gonna, want to sign with them or anything like that. Because guess what? That's the team that's gonna give you the most money. So good signing for the Memphis Grizzlies with Ja Morant and Zion Williamson. We shall see. Again, the talent is there. The availability, that's the question. And I hope, because I love Zion, man. This kid, healthy, he is, to me, one of the best. He could be one of the best players in the game with Luka and Ja and Giannis, Booker, and the list goes on. And, Jason Tatum, they're the future of the NBA because I love the way this guy plays. He's exciting. He is just unguardable when he's on, and he's just, an exciting player. So the Pelicans have to do what they have to do. They have to sign Zion. It is what it is. Now, the Golden State Warriors had a very successful day today. I gave them my urgency award of the day because they went out there, they re-signed Kevon Looney today. He could have probably got more money somewhere else, but he went ahead and decided to stick with the Warriors, and I think it was like $25 million. You're locking down a big that's going to give you that could have potential to average 8 or 9 points a game and 10 rebounds, and they got him cheap. But also, just about an hour ago, Woj bomb, not really that much of a Woj bomb, but the Warriors signed Devontae DiVincenzo to a $9.3 million deal for 2 years. Great signing. This guy is it's going to fit the program right away. He's going to come in and give you the minutes that Gary Payton the third or the second, sorry, Gary Payton Jr. or the second was giving you because he's gone now. He signed with, I forget who he signed with yesterday. But DiVincenzo is a guy that can hit the outside shot. I think he's going to prosper in that 3-point offensive, makeup of the Warriors, but also is a really good defensive player. This is a great piece and a great fit, all right? A great role player. Remember, Golden State doesn't need any stars. They just need to kind of replenish the role players they're going to be losing in free agency. And DiVincenzo is a great pick, along with re-signing Kevon Looney. I think those are two solid signings for today. And, following up the Knicks signing of Jalen Brunson last night of $104 million for 5 years, they went ahead and they lock up Mitchell Robinson. You have to lock Mitch, man. You traded Nerlens Noel, but you have to lock up Mitchell, man. He's a big defensive catalyst in the middle. 8.5 points per game, 8.6 rebound, 1.8 blocks, 60 mil. Maybe they overpay a little bit, but this is what the Knicks do. We overpay for players, even our own. I still don't know what the Knicks are trying to do here. Man, they have a lot of assets that they could kind of trade for, but I don't know. I'm just hoping, again, there's a miracle out there and they land Kevin Durant or even Donovan Mitchell, right? So it is what it is. So far, this has been the biggest signings of the day that I kind of found out that I had the most impact today. So without anything else, I mean, look, the Rudy Gobert shocked the world today, and it was very, very, very light. It was very, very light. I just don't know who in his right mind would give up all those assets, all right, for Rudy Gobert. And on one last note, the Kings received Kevin Huerter, all right, for Justin Holiday, Mo Harkless, and a 2024 round first pick protected. That was a good trade for the Kings. Kevin Huerter is going to shine in that offense. I think he's going to get a lot of minutes. And this is a guy that can play, and I think he's going to be he's a heck of a three-point shooter, young talent, and I think he's gonna flourish in that offense. And in a team that's pretty much is anybody's team right now. And that was a pretty good pickup for the Kings. Really good pickup for the Kings. So yeah, that's it. Those are the top trades, moves of day 2, and then the NBA free agency frenzy. I believe the one shooter drop is Kevin Durant. The Kevin Durant watch is in full effect. I know there's still some real good names left out there. DeAndre Ayton, Colin Sexton. What's going to happen extension-wise with James Harden. But Kevin Durant is, I want to say Kyrie too, but Kevin Durant is the man right now that everybody's watching, everybody's looking at. Everybody right now is making moves based on Kevin Durant landing spot. So again, he really wants to play. His wish list is the Suns and the Miami Heat. But I honestly think that the Trailblazers have a shot. And asset-wise, the Toronto Raptors. Toronto Raptors, man, got assets. Got pieces that would attract the Nets. 'Cause remember, it's not what Kevin Durant wants. It's what the Nets won what the Nets won in return. So I'm a GM. I'm the owner of the team. And I'm like, look, Kevin, I feel you, player. You want to go what you want to go. But guess what, my man? You got a contract with me. You still got 4 years left. You're going to go wherever I'm going to get the most for you. All right? And the team, honestly, that can give the most back to the Nets with Kevin Durant is the Toronto Raptors. All right? Scotty Barnes, Rookie of the Year. Great job, bro. Pack up your shit and go. All right? And they Chris Boucher, we just signed. There's a lot of pieces. They got draft picks. Remember, the Raptors are known for grabbing a player for 1 year. All right? DeMar DeRozan, that's who I was talking about earlier, and I couldn't get the name. They traded DeMar DeRozan and with a long-term contract for Kawhi Leonard for 1 year, and then he left them and they won a championship. But guess what? Kevin Durant still has like 3 or 4 years left on his contract. I would give I'm just give everybody out, the whole starters if you want for Kevin Durant. No, but they got pieces. Scotty Barnes, and they got some other pieces there that they could exchange for Kevin Durant. That's the team that I think it's the dark horse, them and the Portland Trailblazers. All right, gave you my full day 2 NBA free agency. All right, takeaways and breakdown of the moves and signings of the day. Thank you very much for listening and watching. This is your boy E-Man from the Average Joe Sports Talk Podcast. Signing out. Peace.